everyone, George Rambler Man here through the magic of YouTube. It's now Sunday morning, October the 22nd. Stoney and I had a great ride yesterday up to Linville Falls, then onto the Blue Ridge Parkway. Blue Ridge Parkway was pretty crowded. They said the third week in October is usually the peak weekend for people looking at the fall color. Fall color was okay, not really intense this year. It's been warm, not much rain, but it was still nice. Once we got past the major tourist stops, it was a great ride. Then we hopped off the parkway, came on down through North Wilkesboro back into Hickory. Had a great dinner last night. Stoney and I swapped stories. So today we're headed this morning west on North Carolina Highway 10. We're headed down to Lake Lure for, as I said earlier this morning, breakfast, and Stoney corrected me, said no, it's a brunch. We're high society guys, so I said as long as no champagne, we're good to go. Yeah, mimosas, baby. Well, one thing that Stoney and I did is I finally read the directions a little more carefully on our Cena Bluetooth communicators, and we actually paired them up this morning. And I told Stoney, I said, man, it's like you have to read the directions. What's with that? But they paired up right away, and Stoney and I are chatting back and forth on our ride, and it's really making it very pleasant. We're talking about our musical backgrounds and rock stars and all kinds of things. So it's a great day. I think the rain may be headed in tomorrow, but today is going to be another spectacular day. So anyway, we're headed down to Lake Lure for brunch. And after that, I've got to head back through. I think I'm going to head through Asheville, or a little bit south of Asheville, and cut on back down into the Atlanta area. And Stoney will be headed back to Archdale. But it's been a great weekend. I have to recommend this to you guys. If you ever get a chance to connect with one of your motor vlogging friends and do a weekend like this, by all means do it. It's a lot of fun to ride with a buddy, and if you got these Bluetooth communicators like Stoney and I have, the Cena units, it makes it even better. So it's a beautiful morning. I'll check in with you guys later. Headed to Lake Lure, North Carolina, or as I should say, North Kakalaki. Alright, Stoney and I just finished lunch in downtown Lake Lure, North Carolina. Kind of a touristy little spot, but just a beautiful part of the North Carolina countryside. Some nice curvy, twisty roads getting down here. Anyway, it's about noon on Sunday, and Stoney is headed back to his home in Archdale. I'm headed back to my home in Alpharetta. I'm on North Carolina Highway 74. I'm going to go up about 25 miles from Lake Lure right directly to Asheville. Get on 40 and then wind my way back down, back to my home. Great weekend, great weather to ride in. Really nice to be able to ride with Stoney and all you guys that have riding buddies you get to ride with. You know what it's all about. It's just a camaraderie of getting together, and it's nice to do a weekend once in a while. Stay in a hotel, go out and eat, share war stories. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm headed back to my home in Georgia. I'll check in with you a little bit on the trip home. Right now it's just cutting through these little country roads out from Lake Lure. Not sure what the name of that river or stream is there to the left, but it's a very nice little mountain stream. I'll check in again with you as I get on further down the road. Well, I made a decision to kind of change my route rather than going all the way back up to Asheville and cutting back down a lot of two-lane roads back to my home in Atlanta. I have picked up, I think it's US Highway 64. Going to go west for a while. That connects to Interstate 26, and we go Going to go down through Spartanburg, Greenville, and come down 85 into Atlanta. I know that's an interstate. It's not my favorite way to go. I'll tell you, this morning, you know, yesterday was completely clear, and this morning was a completely clear and sunny ride, and just while Stoney and I were having lunch, it is really clouded up. And some of the clouds are looking a little darker. Now, the weather reports, you know, call for like 0 to 5% chance of rain, but you know how those go. I'm not really interested in riding too much in the rain. If I have to, I have to. But anyway, this is a lot more direct route back home, heading over to Interstate 26 and then down to Spartanburg. Will be a little quicker. I think I'm going to go that route. This is a nice little curvy road getting there, though. There's that stream that I mentioned before, and it's off to the left of us now, is the Broad River. Very scenic river. But anyway, I'm on this curvy, twisty road. Highway 64, headed over to Interstate 26. All right. 85 south. U.S. Highway 29 to Atlanta. Now begins the last major portion of my trip here. Skies have kind of broken up, got some sun peeking through. Hopefully I'll stay dry. Off on the interstate. Doug Cassidy, I wish I had your gold wing right now, buddy. That'd be a lot more pleasant going down this super slab. Bike gets up, it goes pretty well. Could use a 6th gear when you're doing 75, but nah, not bad at all. Alright guys, I'll check in again with you when I get close to home. On the home stretch. Stoney's probably home by now. Nah, probably not. He has a lot of traffic. Coming up on Lake Hartwell again, and this is actually the portion of Lake Hartwell that's actually the Savannah River. It's backed up by Lake Hartwell, which is downstream a little bit that way. Passing over the lake right now and into the great state of Georgia. Welcome to Georgia. We're glad Georgia's on your mind. Well, it is now because I'm here. Actually, Georgia was one of the original 13 colonies, as you may or may not know. And it was used by the British as a kind of satellite prison colony for their prisoners. When the prisons got jammed up in England, they just sent them over to Georgia. So most native Georgians have some sort of criminal element in their ancestry. That's just the facts, man. All right, about 100 miles from Atlanta, Georgia Rambling Man is rambling home. Well, I had to exit off of I-85. Just too much traffic, too much speed, too much cutting in and out. I pulled off the highway in Commerce and got gas and looked at my iPhone, looked at the map feature, and I see where a Highway 441, U.S. Highway 441, connects over to U.S. Highway 23, which is the way I went up to Asheville. Is a much more country ride than I was on before. I'll come into Atlanta that way. I'll miss all the suburban Atlanta traffic coming this way as well. I'm kind of backtracking a little bit, going north a little bit, but it's not bad. It's actually much more pleasant out here on this road than on Interstate 85. I tell you, people are nuts. Got into Georgia, saw a couple of local sheriffs, people pulled over to the side of the road, issuing them tickets. And as you know from Smokey and the Bandit, these local Georgia sheriffs can be quite difficult to deal with. And I don't have anybody on a CB give me any Smokey reports, so I'm just cruising along at pretty much the speed limit here. Alright, I'm on the home stretch. It's about 3:30 Sunday afternoon, October the 22nd. And I'm headed over to Highway 23, and I'll be headed south soon. I'll probably catch you one more time before I get home. Okay, everyone, I am on US Highway 23 still, headed south. Not too far from Gainesville, Georgia, cranky biker's favorite town. I think he's probably going to retire there. Probably try to get a place relatively close to the Tyson chicken plant. Anyway, I'm not that far from home. Not really sure how much battery life I have left here. So I'm going to sign off. Stoney, thanks for a great weekend. You're a great tour guide. You know, a couple weeks ago, I just kind of threw out there at the end of one of my vlogs, hey, I'd love to get together with some of you guys and ride around some country road someplace this fall while the weather's still good. Throughout maybe western North Carolina, maybe some of the areas we didn't ride at the Hoot. And Stoney jumped right on that, and we met in Hickory on Friday and rode up to Linville Falls yesterday, hiked down to the falls. That was wonderful. Met a guy there in the parking lot that owns 2 Harley-Davidson dealerships, one in Missouri, one in Washington. Then we got on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and as you guys know, that's just a special road there, and it was wonderful. A little bit crowded, but great. And today we had a really nice ride down to Lake Lure. I'm so glad we got our Cena communicators synced up, and we were able just to chat on the ride down to Lake Lure this morning for probably an hour as we rode down. Beautiful weather, kind of clouded up this afternoon. I was worried about rain a little bit. It's cool, it's pleasant, you can't beat it, and had a great weekend. Alright everybody, this is George the Ramble Man. Hope you enjoyed the videos from Stoney and I's ride around the back roads of North Kakalaki. We're going to share some video clips back and forth, so you might see some of the same things back and forth from both of us, but that's okay. So, Sunday afternoon, October the 22nd, about 4 o'clock, very pleasant evening. So long, everybody. This is George the Rambling Man. Everybody ride safe.